All right. Shall we take our next call? A guy who's been waiting a while. Jerry is on line 2. Hi, you there, Jerry?
Yes, I am.
Thank you for waiting. How are you doing, sir?
Oh, pretty good, I guess. Not the same old, huh?
Yeah.
By the way, I saw that show that Chuck was talking about before, and it's just among the many popular delusions that our society lives with and accepts.
Intelligent design?
The 6,000 years, which is like an eyelash in the history of the universe.
Pretty much.
Anyway, earlier you were talking about prayer, and I was wondering if you all ever tackle the situation of meditation, because I just think that prayer is meditation, and perhaps in a misguided way. Do you know much about meditation?
I confess I don't. How about you, Jen? I mean, I know that it's a thing. It's an exercise that people do to in terms of just calming their minds and relieving stress and that sort of thing. And in that regard, I think that it probably does have a whole lot of validity to it. And I think that also people probably do different things and that they consider to be meditation for themselves, I would suspect. Like some people meditate maybe in a traditional way. They might do the lotus position, whatever it is. Some people might decide to just go out and hike in the forest and sit under a tree all day and read a book, and maybe to them that serves that same kind of meditative function. Some people have music that they like to listen to. I'm a big fan of certain artists with the ambient electronic music, so guys like Steve Roach and Robert Rich who do these soundscapes. I mean, it's not really music; it's just sound, and it's creating a landscape to sit in, and that to me provides a calming function.
That's not imaginary. They have, scientific studies that prove the effect that music has on your physiological.
Yeah, it affects your brain waves.
I believe that meditation definitely affects your physiological. And that there are ways you can meditate for energy, you can meditate for serenity, and in all the years I've been watching you guys, I've never seen the topic of meditation being brought up.
I guess mainly because, I'm sorry, I interrupted you, but I was going to say, I guess mainly because I don't consider that meditation to be a specifically religious exercise. I think it's maybe just sort of a personal thing, and I don't consider it to have really necessarily anything to do with a religious belief or belief in supernatural. And that tends to be kind of what we talk about on this show and offer critiques of. And so in that regard, when you think of it that way, there's really nothing about meditation to critique, because it doesn't involve believing in gods and or aliens or unicorns or what have you. It has to do with finding a place for yourself where you can have that sort of soothing atmosphere that either relaxes you or relieves your stress or gives you energy or what have you. I mean, would you say that?
Well, yeah, and I think that I think you're right. I think it's not really a specifically atheist or theist issue. I think that there's an awful lot of positive things you could say about someone spending, say, 15 minutes, at the start of every day, just sitting quietly and contemplating, what do you want to get accomplished today? I think that could possibly make someone feel more energetic and productive and feel like they can get more done. So,
all right. I guess part of what I'm saying is that a lot of these people pray are actually meditating without knowing it. They're meditating without focus.
I think that's possible.
Yeah.
I think that's very possible. I do think that some people in the act of praying probably induce a certain psychological state that may be calming or comforting or whatever. And, if that works for them, then fine. I have no problem with that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I am an atheist who also meditates, and I can throw myself into a meditative state pretty quick. I've been doing it for years.
All right.
And I just thought I'd bring up something new and fresh besides, the 6,000...
Yeah. Well, yeah, some of the same topics do tend to come up on this. They're the ones that never die, but it is not really a thing that can be helped. But I'm glad you brought that up. Whatever it is you do that is meditative and contemplative and is a positive thing in your life that's like that, I think that's excellent that you have that to do. And so, anything else, sir?
Well, for your listeners, if they're interested, there's a guy by the name of the Yogananda, Paramahansa Yogananda, if they ever want to check out. It's a non-theist type of meditation.
Okay.
And it's interesting. I mean, mind expanding, so to speak.
Okay.
Well, one of the members of our studio audience just informed me that Tracy Harris has talked about meditation before on the show, so you may want to search back on some of the other episodes and see if you can find an episode that Tracy did which talked about meditation.
Okay. All right. Well, keep up the good work. And
all right. Okay, Jerry, well, thank you very much for calling.
All righty.
And
bye.
take
Thanks.
care.